So today we're going to be talking about what happened to Pokedean. This kind of struck a chord with me when I saw it yesterday, and I wanted to make a video about it today because what happened to him is absolutely disgusting. It is probably the worst thing that can happen to any collector, a longtime collector, or just someone that just loves the hobby and just loves to collect anything in general. So if you haven't heard yet, Pokedean, he does do a lot of live streams. He's been a long time member of the community. His house, he came home from a vacation and his house was ransacked. Pretty much he goes through this 20-minute video, I believe, and then it does a follow-up video the next day about just what exactly happened and what he came home to. And it's probably one of the saddest things that's happened, and it's infuriating. As you can see, my background's empty, and some recent other PokeTubers or influencers out there have taken down their displays. And the reason mine is because when I leave town, I typically move everything somewhere else for safekeeping, because I just don't want it all in one place while I'm not around. And as you can see, I haven't brought it back. It's going to stay blank for now, and I have other things that I collect that aren't Pokemon, so I'm just going to put that as my backdrop later on. It's not about me, though. It's just more of like a hard lesson, I guess. A hard lesson into, if you're someone that collects and has high valuable product like this, unfortunately, this is now happening. This happens to stores all the time. This happens to people at card shows on occasion, but nothing to this extent where now thieves are breaking into people's houses. If you haven't seen the video, I'll just kind of go through a couple clips, because you'll kind of see like his own little setup here
that had a lot of booster boxes that I've been collecting over the years.
So here's like, and then looks like his office where he streams, desk chair, and just all the products that he has, and he just kind of goes through his backdrop right here, which is what I kind of wanted to focus on. Pretty much anybody you watch has displays like this behind them, whether it's like other collectibles like he has, plushies, Funko Pops, other collectibles that he's had that's probably personal to him. They're all here. And of course he had like some high dollar products, booster boxes. He goes over it. He talks about Sun and Moon and XY era boxes, Sword and Shield as well. We all have this. Everybody that does, pretty much almost every YouTuber that does Pokemon content has a backdrop similar to that. I did not that long ago. But I'm going to be changing my tactic on that because of stuff like this. And you can tell it's not just for him like a financial thing, because he talks about over and over again about his other collectibles, what else he has like personal touches to, and he's gotten cards and other products from gifts from other people, and things that he was just more sentimental to him than it was more finance. You can tell he's trying to fight back pretty much being emotional on camera, because it's tough. If anybody has ever had anything taken from them, stolen, it can be, a lot of times it might just be a financial thing, and it's like, okay, well, it can be replaced. But a lot of the stuff that he has is not replaceable, especially if it's sentimental to him. And he goes through just that. I want to kind of bring up another clip, which I'm glad there's some things that he was able to continue to have that they didn't make off with. But you can tell that a lot of this stuff is very sentimental to him. And it's when he kind of goes into this other room here. Let's kind of go through it real quick.
I collect Dragon Ball. I don't know if you guys
know. So this is his
but
other room where he kind of goes through like some Dragon Ball stuff. But that right there, like, this is like very personal stuff. Like people that were either fans of the channel that like gave him some of these I don't know if he drew those or if they're just fans that mailed that to him. That's stuff that's sentimental. And you can hear him like trying to hold back tears, because this is, this is devastating, right? This is an invasion of your privacy, your space, right? And you would never think someone to do this. And other people talk about, it happening to stores and stuff like that. Like, those are different, right? Like, that's a business. That's a place that's not where you live, sleep, eat, watch TV with spend time with your loved ones, all that kind of stuff. Have pets, children. This is a huge, like, cross over the line, right? This is devastating. This is so like this is really hurtful. Like, I don't know who would have done this, whether it's somebody that he knows, an acquaintance, or someone that's just been a fan of his channel, or just bought from him and wanted to do him harm, not physically, but still like just mentally and financially. Because this is going to take a toll on him. He even goes over it later on about not having the drive to even want to make content. He just made an update video because he wanted to give an update to fans. But I mean, this is hard. Like, this is hard for you. This is, Pokevault went through something not to this extent, but when he had that credit card scam, and then he talked to other people that got scammed, and other people that talked to him about leaving the hobby because of how financially ruined they were, or just how down they felt about their situation, because it's hard to recover from stuff like that. I mean, he sunk who knows how much into this. He sunk his time, his money. He goes over it multiple times. Like, he spent 5 years getting most of this stuff in his collection. And there's even something that comes up later after this, that just, again, it's unbelievable what they did to him. And then, like, it's not just his personal collection, but
been left. But the drawers have been raided.
Like, I mean, look, they went through all of his crap. Like, and then this is the part that's probably the most painful.
Chelsea T-shirt. Oh no, they took that. Fucking thank you.
So
that was.
It looks like it was
by the whole team.
Yeah, it looks like it was a jersey from Chelsea. He's been a fan of that football club for who knows how long, and he got signatures from the whole team. And when you hear him talk, you can hear the pain in his voice, because they took a part of him, right? Like, he has memories tied to almost everything that he owns. And then when they take this jersey from him too, it's just another thing. Like, wow, they just took that too. Like, they just took another piece of his memories, right? And it can't be hard to understand, because we all have collections. We have stuff we've had a couple years or a few years, even 20 years, depending how long you've been in the hobby. And everybody has like a piece that's important to them. Like, for me, like, I have a Pokemon Center Game Boy that my brother gave to me for Christmas, I think maybe 4 or 5 years ago now. And a theme deck, one of the original theme decks was locked down with Magmar on it. And that was one of my other things he gave me, I think about a year before COVID. I think the Christmas before COVID, so I think that would be like 2019 now. And those are not valuable items, but they're just personal items to me for when we kind of got back into the hobby and started collecting again. I mean, there's pieces to people's collections that are irreplaceable, even though you can buy out that product again. Even though you can buy it again, it was something that was personal to you, and I think we can all pretty relate to that. And what I think about, thinking about this going forward, how did this change how YouTubers like myself, or even the bigger creators, talk about what they have, like their collections and what they display and all that stuff? Because this stuff is valuable. A lot of people have 6-figure collections that people are now targeting, whether it be a storefront or where you actually live. This is how bad it's gotten. A lot of people are going to be changing their strategy and how they go about showing what they have. And even someone like me, I don't have a big collection, not a huge following, but everybody can now be a target. And I'm already pretty cautious with what I have and pretty careful with what I show, especially when I leave my home for card shows, because you're walking around with thousands of dollars of stuff that people can and will steal from you, given the opportunity. And the biggest thing is to just try to protect yourself as best you can. So, and for me, once I realized that my collection grew to 5 figures last year, I insured it right away. When I moved, I made sure that I kept everything pretty low key, made sure that nothing was really visibly seen when I was moving. Now that product's not coming back here. So it's hidden away. It's at a different place than where I am. And so I may bring back like some small stuff from my collection to put on the backdrop here along with some other stuff, because it's just not safe anymore. We got to protect not only our collections and what they're worth, but also just protect ourselves and everybody too. So it's an unfortunate wake up call. It's really sad, and it's pathetic that it's gotten to this. So if you haven't watched the video, go to PokeDean's YouTube channel, subscribe, and watch it. It sucks. It sucks a lot, and unfortunately, we all have to kind of learn from this and take necessary steps to protect ourselves. And that's about it for today, guys. Just main takeaways are just be safe, be smart with your products, insure it if you can. Just put it all in a safe place and hope the best for Pokedean. I know he's got a long road ahead of him. It's definitely going to be tough. I hope he makes a comeback, however long it takes, but he's got a huge community behind him. He has a lot of support, so go check out his page, leave some kind words. Stay safe out there, everybody.